Welcome back onto the platform, everybody. It's the show where we do stories with no thought whatsoever. My name is Ryan.
Oh, sorry. I was under the table.
That's true, he literally was.
I'm Kevin.
That's Kevin. Hey, everybody.
The door wasn't closed.
Okay.
It's closed now.
Great.
Sorry about that.
We're
Welcome
off
to the platform.
Welcome to
This is our improv podcast, young boy.
Kevin is in a robe. It's crouching next to me. He could be sitting in a chair. He's stroking my knee.
Stop lying.
I'm not. Welcome to the platform. We love doing this for you.
I do.
I especially love it.
Me as well. That's something we agree on.
How are you doing today, Kevin?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good?
Tired,
Okay, tired.
but good.
Tired but good.
There's forward momentum, but I'm at the part where it's the middle, not the start or the end, but the middle.
What's the end?
Well,
Where are you heading?
If I knew that, then I would tell you, but I don't, so I won't.
Is this just the track of life generally you're talking about, or
Yeah.
more specific than that? Shorter term?
I think it's the track of life.
It's the track of life?
And in a few days, I'll die.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to be so short. Well, this is going to be the last episode of the platform.
That's not true.
Kevin's going to die. Do you
No,
want...
I'll come back.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll come back for the platform,
Good.
obviously.
Oh, cool. I'm not going to miss the platform.
Jesus.
If you died...
Going to Tofino.
If you died, do you want me to replace you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If I died, you should replace me.
With who?
Probably my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get Eddie in here?
Get Ed in here. He'd love it.
Yeah.
This is right up his alley.
Dumb fuck. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. I wasn't thinking of your father.
Neither do I.
I wasn't thinking of your father.
Who
when
were
I
you
said-
thinking of?
Well, your dad.
I'm gonna get us a suggestion.
That was confrontational. I apologize.
It's totally fine. If you want to send a suggestion in,
Gmail.
Gmail, platform.pod.show@gmail.com. You can send us a message on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, I guess, or just reach out to us on social media. We love it when folks provide a suggestion for an episode.
And if you know us in person, you sick freak, give us a suggestion.
Yeah, come to our house.
Talking to you.
You know where it is.
I move around a lot.
It's true.
Work. I move around a lot for work.
That's true.
Yeah.
We are in a van as we speak. That's why the audio is shit. The suggestion, we've already had that suggestion. Oh, okay. The suggestion for today is generated on this app, and it is a genre.
Genre.
A genre. And the genre is coming of age.
Sorry.
All right, Kevin. Do I need to put you in the cube?
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Just gonna wait. Just takes a second for the cube to do its thing. It's like a deterrent. It's when you mist a cat with water. It's kind of like that. That's what the cube is essentially. It's more complicated than that. But time's up. Okay. How was it?
That's okay.
The genre is coming of age.
Coming of age. A classic.
Yeah, classic coming of age story. I'm excited to see what it looks like. What?
To come. I would like to have our title of the episode come.
I would love to do that as well.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's bring out this episode title. I'll start it.
Okay.
Wiggly.
Worms.
Not
Snakes.
in
The
garden.
wiggly worms. Not snakes. In the garden.
I think it's wiggly worms parentheses, not snakes in the garden.
Yeah.
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 It's like a song.
It's like
The song it's like that one MCR song that's like nah 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 parentheses nah 9 more times.
Yeah.
Or
Come up with 2 more examples.
there's from Hades 2, there's I'm gonna claw and then parentheses out your eyes and drown you to death.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's great. It's a banger.
Okay, one more. Not from either of those 2 properties.
Oh yeah, there's oh god. I can't remember what its actual title is called, but it's from Pink Floyd, I think. Yeah, it's from Pink Floyd, and it's the Immigrant Song. But I don't remember what the actual song is called.
Immigrant Song isn't by Pink Floyd.
Oh, who's it by? Led Zeppelin?
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, but what's this? What's the... Like, because Immigrant Song is in parentheses.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Led Zeppelin.
Oh, no. Well, I failed then.
Back in the cube. It'll just take a second. Okay, it's done.
Oh.
How was it?
Better.
All right, let's go. We begin our story in a beautiful, idyllic garden. Like it's the morning. There's dew on the grass. Birds are chirping, and there's like rabbits and stuff jumping around. And it's the beautiful back garden of a countryside home. And so there's like rolling hills and meadows, and maybe a brook nearby. And the sun is that what a brook sounds? Okay.
Yeah.
A brook. Sun is just starting to come up over the hills, and it's a beautiful spring morning. And then we sort of zooming into the scene here. We're moving past bushes and trees and stuff, and then we're zooming in closer and closer into the grass, where we see a bug. We see a bug moseying along. It's like a little beetle plodding about. It's sort of looking around the way a bug does, and then all of a sudden, it's been munched by what, you ask? A bird. There's a bird here. Why is everything so wet in this garden?
You said it was covered in dew.
Again, yep. Everything's my fault. There's a bird in this garden. It's eating this bug, and it's sort of hopping around. It's a robin. It's a robin. And it's hopping around, and it's looking for something. It's not satiated by this beetle. It's looking for something more. A worm, perhaps, because it is early, and you know how the saying goes. And the robin is hopping around above ground, and we see it's looking for a worm. And then the camera goes, ooh, down below the ground. And we see a little burrow, kind of like the illustrations of those like children's books that show animals underground having like a little house downstairs, you know, where it has like a fireplace and stuff. It's like one of those. And there's some worms in this little burrow. And they're chatting. They can hear like a thump, thump, thump upstairs because that's where the bird is, hopping around. And one of the worms has like glasses and a hat on, and he's reading a newspaper. And he turns to the other worm that's wearing an apron, and he says, "Honey, sounds like the robin's upstairs."
Certainly does, darling.
What do you think of that, dear? He's been coming back every Tuesday.
Well, I think that what needs to be done about that robin is maybe a little call to the authorities.
To the fire department, honey?
Yes.
What do you think, little Timmy? And he looks to a smaller worm that's playing with like a toy car on the floor. And little have you learned to talk yet, little Timmy?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you think? Should we phone the fire department?
You
know they'll be here right quick.
Why don't you go talk to him, Dad?
All right.
Go talk to the robin. Be careful, Dad.
To the robin?
Yeah.
Rather than phone the fire, the fire department is trained for dangerous situations like this, little Timmy.
But the robin, it's not doing anything.
He's hopping around up there. Do you know anything about robins, little Timmy? They eat us.
I'm a little boy.
You're a little boy, Timmy. You're a little wiggly boy.
I'm just a little boy, Daddy, and I think that like maybe we could talk to the robin instead of kill it.
And the worm wearing the glasses looks over to the worm wearing the apron, and sort of they share a quizzical look, and then he looks back and he says, "You know what, Timmy? You're right, son. maybe it's about time we try to establish a connection between our two groups of people, you know? Maybe we've been living in hiding for too long, and maybe if we just talk...
Oh, Peter, please, the wife says. I can't imagine you going and talking to a robin. I mean, they're, you know, those sorts of animals.
Whoa, honey, what does that mean?
Well, they're birds.
Well, yes, you're right.
We hate birds.
You know what? Worms, birds. I'm realizing something, honey. It doesn't matter. We need to look past things like these. I'm gonna go talk to the robin. Maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna make a difference today.
And so the story began.
And the Mr. Worm puts his newspaper down.
He puts his pants on.
He puts his pant on.
He puts his shirt back on.
He puts his shirt back on, as he does every morning when he heads out the burrow, and he...
slurp, slips, slides up there.
Yeah, he goes
Slurp, slips, slides up there.
Yeah, he goes up. Slorp, slip, slurp, slides right up there.
It's slorp, slip, slides right up there.
You're right, this is important. What was it? One more time?
Slorp, slip, slides right up there.
He slurp, slip, slides right up there.
And if any of you listening want to know how to slurp, slip, slide right up there, my home address is... Okay, we back?
Yeah.
All right, so anyways, he's at the top of the...
Ground?
Sorry. It's been fucking 5 minutes, Ryan, okay? I forgot. It's at the top of the ground now, and the bird, it was a robin.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, and the bird is sort of hopping around. He's looking away from the little hole that Mr. Worm is about to emerge from at the moment. And Mr. Worm is sort of just below the surface of the ground.
You tired?
No, it's just that the show is so boring, and he's just below the surface of the ground, and he's wearing his glasses and his shirt and pants, and he's wearing his.
I don't know why I found that so funny.
And he's just about to peep out. He's sort of, from his perspective, you can see the darkness and then the hole with the light coming in. And he's looking up into the sky and he's like, "Today's the day, Harold. Today's the day. You're going to make a difference." What?
Peter Harold.
Peter
What's
Harold.
your name?
Yep. Today's the day, Peter Harold. You're going to make a difference. You're going to make the world a better place for your son. Now go out there and get him. And he wriggles his way up and he says, "Hello, neighbor."
You startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna. You opened your mouth really wide, and I thought you were gonna eat me.
Oh.
What? Is that not a plausible conclusion?
Oh.
You weren't looking for a worm just now?
I am.
Okay, but we're talking now. My name is Peter Harold.
My name?
What's your name?
Seabass.
Seabass?
Sort for Sebastian.
Oh, very cool.
Boom.
You're getting real close there, Seabass.
Pounds down on the ground. Woo! Little worm.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yep. Hello. I thought that instead of living... He's showing a lot of tummy there. Kevin's in a robe, by the way. He's retying his robe currently. Is he retying? What is he doing? He is? Okay. Silently nodding.
I got embarrassed.
Oh, it's okay. You're getting real close there, Seabass. What is... Is something wrong with you? Why?
Yes.
What?
I have leukemia.
What in the world? I'm sorry.
As in, I need to look deep in ya for food. Oh, that was good one, Seabass.
The bird is getting closer and closer, and Mr. Worm is sort of recoiling back a little.
It's very nice to meet ya.
Now hold on a second there, friend.
Okay, one. Oh.
Now I'm trying to establish an open line of communication between our species. How long has it been since you talked to a worm?
Oh, 2, maybe 3.
Now that's a long time, isn't it? 2.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3. You ever had any friends who were worms?
Not a 1.
Okay.
You know how things are.
Mr. Worm is starting to sweat a little bit as the bird gets closer and closer. Now, just so we're on the same page, if you take one more step, I'm going to shoot back down in this hole. All right? So want to talk, Seabass? Do you have the hiccups?
No. I want to talk.
Okay.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Now, what can I do to assure the safety of my family, Seabass? Because
bring them all up here.
I don't think I'm going to do that. Now, hang on a second. You got a little cheeky grin on. You're licking your bird lips here. You're really going for it there. Your bird lips are nice and wet. Seabass, I am not going to do that. Because I can tell that if I bring my family up here, you're going to eat them. You got that?
What? No.
You can't just say no loudly and make me change my mind. Seabass, I'm finding this difficult.
Okay.
I'm telling you that my family has lived in the ground for a long time.
Seabass pecks at the ground.
Right over here, Seabass.
Oh.
Pay attention, buddy. We've lived underground for a long time. You know what it is down there? It's dark. It's stinky.
Seabass puts his feathers over his head.
Yeah, it's dark, isn't it?
No.
Do you like that?
No.
You like that, bird?
No.
Okay, bring your eyes out again. Yeah, it's not nighttime. That was just your eyes. Wanted to go to sleep, didn't you?
There's a worm over there.
It's me. You're talking to me.
Oh, sorry.
Mr. Worm says to himself, this might be more difficult than I thought. But he thinks of little Timmy down below. Little Timmy who's never seen the sun.
Man, I want to see the sun.
And he thinks of him and he says, I can do this. I
You
have to do this.
You have to do this.
Now you listen to me, friend.
You listen to him. Huh?
You listen to me, friend.
Okay. I'm listening.
Do you have a family?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Wife. 5 kids.
Well, that sounds beautiful. What are their names? If you don't remember, that's cool. It's fine. You don't need to...
But they're eggs now.
Okay, so you haven't named them. That's fine. That's fine. What? Maybe one name that you are going to give to one of them. Just as a fun... We're having fun here, you know? My son's name is Timmy. What is one of your sons' names?
Timmy!
That's...
What a coincidence!
Now listen. You're soon to be Timmy. How would you...
Wait! Egg becomes Timmy! Of course, keep speaking food.
Mr. Worm, wipes his brow and says, how would you like it if little soon-to-be Timmy, if he spent his whole life in his nest, if he never got to fly around, see the world? That wouldn't be great for him, would it?
Is Egg currently?
Do you... Mr. Worm stops, and he, his demeanor is starting to slip a little bit, and he says...
But would be bad if was bird!
Listen, buddy. You're a bird, I'm a worm. I know we have our differences. And you have leukemia. Which is throwing a wrench into the vibe of this whole thing, if I'm being honest. But that's okay. Because what matters is I'm trying to level with you, friend. I'm thinking about my family. Can you think about yours?
The bird stops and looks off. Blank's face. 0 thought behind his eyes. He turns back after a few moments. Yeah!
So what I'm saying is, if my family comes up here, if the rest of the worms in my community, in my town, Wormtown, you're licking your lips again, if we come up here, do you promise you won't eat us? There's plenty of beetles, plenty of other animals in this jungle that we live in that you can eat. All right? What do you say, pal?
Yeah! Promise not eat worm.
Shake on it. And he raises his tail up, sort of squished next to him in the same hole. And he's like, you're promising me that you won't eat me, you won't eat my family.
with one big feather, the bird touches the tail, and they shake up and down. Not eat, not family.
Not eat, not family. And maybe in return we can do something for you. You know what, friend? I think this is the start of something beautiful. Cut. It has been 500 years. The garden has changed. It is now a colony of hyper-intelligent, huge worms living in harmony. Now that their apex predator, the bird, has sworn to never touch them, in return, the worms shared with them their technology, their wisdom.
Okay.
And so the worms and the birds have grown stronger together. They've taken over the garden. It's still a garden. People still live here.
Yeah.
It's still like a house. Maybe it's like more modern or whatever. But now the garden is very different. These huge worms sort of lord over the land. It's become like a feudal system where the bugs and the beetles live in fear of the super worms. And erected in the middle of the garden, there's a bronze statue of a worm wearing pants, a shirt, and some glasses. And inscribed at the bottom, it says,
Peter Harold.
Peter Harold, the founder of Wormtown.
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 Come down
to Wormtown. We got bugs.
We got worms.
Come on down to Wormtown. If you're a bird.
If you're a bird.
If you're a worm.
If you're a worm.
If you're a bug, you'll live under our heels. Come on down to Wormtown.
Wormtown, Bermtown.
Wormbam. Bermtown.
Meanwhile. At the top of...
That was the parade that happens every morning.
That was the parade. Well, it didn't happen every morning. This is just a special event.
Oh, yeah. It's the anniversary of the founding of Bermtown, as it's called now.
Yeah. We see the descendant of the founder take up the podium.
Yeah.
Beetles and worms all gather inside of the crowd and to look up at the founder's descendant.
Yeah. The worms are big now. They're like 3 feet long.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they're thick.
They're thick, girthy worms.
Thick worm. Go on.
All of them look up at the founder's descendant, the prince of Wormtown.
Yeah.
And a few birds are perched on a leaf, looking down at the Wormtown president.
Yeah, on either side of Prince Timmy.
Prince Timmy the Eighth.
Yeah, Prince Timmy the Eighth. There are 2
righteous of his name.
Yeah, there are 2 2 songbirds. There are 2 nuthatches, and they have spears and shields.
But they still got the same checked out look as every other bird.
Yeah, they still don't have a lot going on behind the eyes, but now they have weapons and tools and stuff. And Prince Timmy VIII addresses the crowd.
Hey guys, so Wormtown, Bermtown, founding of a Wormtown, Bermtown festival is come. I've lost my notes. Give me a second. Pick up my notes. I got my notes. He has
his notes.
Thank you. I have my notes, and they say, I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're here in Wormtown, Bermtown. And hope you have a great day at the Wormtown Bermtown Festival to celebrate origin and community and the founding of superworms and birds. And if you're a beetle, then you're good still. Don't worry about it. It's
It's just kind of like an awkward silence.
There's like a feedback on the microphone.
And then the crowd erupts into applause. Wormtown, come on down to Wormtown. And the crowd starts to disperse, and everybody starts enjoying the Wormtown festivities. And
we cut to the prince once again. He's down in the Wormtown festivities.
Yeah.
And he's moving around with his little entourage.
You are good. You are good, Lord Timmy. You are good, Prince Timmy.
You guys go. I go. I'm gonna enjoy the fair.
All right. And from behind him, his royal vizier slinks up behind him. And he says, Your Majesty.
He looks back at this, like, giant mantis.
Yeah.
Your Majesty.
My royal vizier.
Most eloquently spoken at the festival today, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Your potency of words knows no bounds, truly.
Oh, big target. I like you.
And I like you, Your Majesty. Oh, now listen. Since you are the most important worm in all of Wormtown, it is only customary for you to be present for the unveiling of the newest Wormtown attraction, the Zellers. We have a Zellers opening, Your Majesty.
Oh, yeah.
And it would mean the world to the people of the town if you were there to cut the ceremonial ribbon.
Wormtown. Zellers. I cut it with my tail.
You cut it with your tail, your big tail that you have.
Yeah.
And everyone will love you even more than they already do, Your Majesty. Trust me, I am your royal vizier.
I trust you.
Off you go, Your Majesty. Off you go.
I trust you.
And Prince Timmy VIII slinks on down the hallway that they're in, leaving the mantis behind.
And Prince Timmy speaks to himself and he says, heavy is the head that wears the crown. My power, my privilege. Do I do it for my people, or do I do it for my own selfishness? I was born into this. My blood is pure. At least that is what is said by my friends and my family. I don't know if I'm cut out to rule. I have a lot of sex, and I play a lot of board games, but I don't know if I'm really in it like for the long haul. Maybe I'm no good. Maybe he stops at the statue of the founder. And he says, "Oh, he's smart, but me, I don't know if I can do it. That's me." That's not me. And then he continues moving forward toward the Zellers.
Meanwhile, back in the tunnel, the mantis is wearing like a robe. And the praying mantis is sort of like to himself, and he says, "Just you wait, Prince Timmy, just you wait. For I think you shall find when you arrive at the Zellers, not everything is as it seems. We insects have lived under the heel of the worms for too long, but no longer."
At the Zellers.
A crowd is starting to gather.
Oh, the Zellers.
There's a beautiful red ribbon stretched across the opening to this
Zellers.
Yeah, this Zellers, this
department store.
This department store that's opening in the garden. It's about as big as normal Zellers would be, but shrunk down to worm size.
Yeah.
But the size of big worms, because they're big worms.
They're huge worms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a crowd is starting to gather. There's birds, there's bugs, there's worms. They're all gathering around in the crowd. Some of them have like cotton candy and stuff that they've gotten at the fair to celebrate the anniversary of Wormtown.
Come on down.
Come on down. And Prince Timmy is sort of squishing around in the backstage area, getting ready. He has a pair of scissors in his wormy hand.
Snip, snip. It's got a clip. Snip, snip.
And the mantis flies up and he says, Your Majesty, I trust all is as it should be. Do you require anything before the ceremony?
No.
Would you perhaps like a cold compress?
No, that's
Or a
okay.
hot towel?
Yes, please.
Yes, and he reaches behind him and instantly brings out a hot steaming towel and he puts it on.
Oh, my
Prince
head
Timmy's
warmed
head.
out.
Yeah, your head is indeed warm now, sir. You have such a way with words.
Warm head.
We're warm head, warm town. This is why you're king.
This voice is putting me to sleep.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Let's keep going. So the worm, Timmy, right?
Yeah,
Timmy the Eighth, righteous of his name.
yeah. Pure of blood.
Takes his scissors and he starts slinking toward the Zellers. Everyone starts cheering.
Timmy, Timmy, Timmy,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Timmy, he slinks towards the ribbon as the praying mantis looks over and begins to he's fucking pogging, dude. He's just like, oh, yes. Timmy slips, and slides up and over toward the ribbon, and he reaches the ribbon, and he says, ribbon.
Ribbon.
We
love
as,
you, Timmy.
and
You're
as-
our most righteous ruler. You're the most qualified of all of us.
And as Timmy goes to snip at the ribbon,
Yeah.
suddenly he overshoots it. And he keeps sliding. He keeps slurping and sliding toward the newly erected Zellers. He just keeps going. He's going forward. It's like,
What? Zellers, wait, Timmy, Prince Timmy, where
ribbon.
are you going?
I'm gonna get a ribbon.
Prince Timmy?
Timmy looks over at the royal vizier and he says, "Come over here, royal vizier."
And the royal vizier is like, no. Yes, of course, your majesty. What is it that you require? Your country is waiting for you.
I'm dying.
What? Your majesty?
Dead now. That's me. You're a new king.
And Timmy fucking dies. He drops like a sack of worm
Hello, Timmy.
onto the floor. There's a silence that falls over the crowd. People think he's joking at first. A few laughs here and there. And then the mantis looks down. He looks over at the crowd. And he goes up to the ribbon. He is careful to step very carefully around the ribbon.
The quiet of the silence is only broken by ka-tong as an anvil slams down on top of the ribbon.
Whoa, weird, right? Okay,
What did the man say? What did he say? Mantis, a stink bug says. What did he say?
He said he named me to be king. He said, I'm dying. Me, dead now. That's me. You king. And then he fucking bit it, big style.
Meanwhile, 500 years later, a bronze statue
Of the mantis.
and a dead worm.
Come on down to
Bogtown,
Bogtown, it's
and Wormtown, and Birdtown.
It's
We
where
fix racism.
Every town is Wormtown,
and
Bugtown, and Birdtown. We have bugs, we have birds, and we have worms.
Yay!
The ending of the
Happy-
festival.
The festival of equality and liberation of Birdtown, Wormtown, Bugtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ladybug
president.
Oh, wow.
And she's addressing. It's a republic now.
Okay, yeah.
The Republic of Birdtown, Bugtown, Wormtown.
Yeah.
And everything is bigger now.
Yeah, everything.
The birds, the bugs, the worms, they're huge now.
But like on the scale of a garden.
Yeah, they're still like, if you saw it, you would be like, "Whoa, that's like a really big worm." But it's like, they're still worms and stuff, and it's still a garden.
Yeah.
It's like a
Big one.
Yeah, it's like a big house now. And the ladybug president says, "Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Enjoy the festivities. Woo! Happy Birdtown, Bugtown, Wormtown.
Woo!
Come on down to Birdtown." And the crowd starts to disperse, and her royal vizier,
A flower.
a flower, sneaks up behind her.
Hey! Hey, Madam President!
Hello, my most trusted presidential vizier.
I
Flower.
believe they call those running mates.
Yeah, my vice president.
Hey.
Everything good? It's been a monumental year for Birdtown, Bugtown, Wormtown.
It has.
Equality has never been more equal, and the people are happy.
It's kind of a utopia around here.
Yeah, it's a utopia.
And I
Everything's
wanted
perfect.
to ask you something. Well,
Yeah.
not everything's perfect.
Well, everything's perfect, of course it is. But what were you going to ask?
I was going to ask if you could help me with something.
Well, yeah, of course. You're my most trusted vice president out of all my vice presidents. Walk with me. And they start walking down the hallway. They pass the bronze statue of the mantis and the dead worm.
I was thinking about my son.
Your son,
Yes.
little Timmy, is he okay?
Timmy's all right. It's just that he's ashamed to be a plant.
Ashamed to be a plant? Why, there's nothing to be ashamed of to be a plant at all.
I know. We just entered we just got citizenship.
Yeah.
But he's he says, "I wish I was a worm or a bird or a bug. Those guys are cool, but being a plant is terrible." He speaks in a very low, droning voice. And can't seem to form proper syntax. I'm afraid I think he may have the prince soul, which is, a common affliction thus named.
We knew this day would come.
Well,
Every 500 years.
every 500 or so years, there's a influential child who can't seem to fucking enunciate.
And we know what his fate is, don't we?
Yes, he
He is to become king.
is to eventually become king.
There's a lot on my mind, says the ladybug president. She holds her ladybug head in her ladybug hands. And she says, "Thank you for telling me this.
Yeah.
It's important. It has been my goal as president of Wormtown, Bugtown, Birdtown.
Come on down.
Come on down. To make it an equal place for everybody. But perhaps that age is about to end. With the dawn of Timmy. If history has proven anything, it's that Timmy is not a capable ruler.
Well,
He just kind of plays a lot of board games
and has sex.
and
a
has
bunch.
sex a bunch.
And then dies.
And then dies
Eventually.
of some seeming mysterious illness.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's the way it'll always be.
Maybe.
Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about how, in spite of how we fight against the tides of history, how they ebb and flow towards equality, society, patriarchy, suffering, violence, the cycle continues?
It has no end in sight. But so long as creatures exist, they will find ways to place each other in burdens and complexify things in order to survive. To attempt to survive, they categorize, and they categorize in order to preserve their in-groups. This has been the way it always has been, and it is our destiny, our goal, nay, our mandate, to strive against the instinct.
Do you think we'll ever get there?
I think we might.
Well, we certainly won't if we don't try.
All right, here's my house.
I must leave you. I need to go open the new target we're opening.
Okay.
Do you have the scissors?
Shh. Here's the scissors.
Thank you, old friend. I'll see you soon.
In Wormtown.
Bird
Town.
Town.
Bug
Bug
Town.
Come on down.
To Wormtown.
500 years pass.
Still a garden.
It's still a garden, but the society... It's unrecognizable. All the order seems to have disappeared. The bugs, the worms, the birds, the flowers, they're all bigger. They're all prospering. But any semblance of society seems to have crumbled. The statues, the ruins of ancient civilizations, big box stores like Zeller's,
Target.
Target, Walmart, lay ruined in the grass, overgrown with moss.
I think you mean Wormmart.
Wormart, sorry. Overgrown with moss and such. And the worms, the birds, the flowers, the bugs, they go about their business.
But there is no intense strife. There is no wars fought. There are no segregation and destruction of others. There are only individual battles between ideas.
As there always have been. Perhaps there always will be.
There, in the dust and decay of the ancient ruins of Wormtown, Birdtown, Bugtown,
Come on down.
you can't anymore.
You can no longer come on down.
Slinks, a single worm. He's not as big as other worms, he's small. He wears a pair of glasses, a shirt and pants. Next to him is a robin. There's strangers in this place. Death and destruction lay about them, but not in a tragic or sinister manner, just it is. The worm eats at the ground, and the bird pecks at the ground. The bird speaks. Oh! Worm!
Well, hey there, friend.
My name's Seabass.
Well, my name... It's a funny story. And we zoom out of the garden, through to the house. Inside, we hear... Honey, I think I just saw a snake outside. No, honey, that's not a snake. It's just a big worm.
Big snake, worm, bug.
Not now, Timmy.
We zoom out.
And now we go past the house.
Into the sky.
Out of the sky.
Into space.
Into space. We zoom out past the Earth, even farther out through the galaxy.
We zoom out to the solar system and we hear the sun speak. Honey, I think I just saw life,
Oh dear.
says Venus.
When was the last time you trimmed in the garden?
Garden.
Not now, Uranus.
They zoom out again into the galaxy. A nebula speaks. Honey, I think I saw miraculous conception.
Oh, honey.
The dark void of nothingness responds.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Nice, beautiful, nice, yeah.
Not now, pillars of creation.
Yeah.
Not now.
We zoom out past it all. Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, what's up?
This story's kind of gotten away from us.
We should probably end it, huh?
Yeah, we should probably end it.
Not now,
Ow.
Kevin.
Yay! It's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
We really came of age together.
Yeah, that was really a coming of age story together. Come on down to where down. That was great. That was fun. What was the moral of that?
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Every moment on this life is precious and beautiful. And if for at least like a moment you can remember that we are a miracle, just remember that.
Yeah.
We're a miracle and life is sacred. And I should take a nap.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. If you want to inspire an episode, send us a one-word suggestion at platform.pod.show@gmail.com. Find us on social media.
Kiss us.
Kiss us on the mouth, on the lips.
On the penis.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Well, don't do it to me. Do whatever you want to Kevin.
Don't do it to me either.
Well, then why'd you say it?
I don't know. I thought we were throwing out ideas. But you should give us a like. You should give us a subscription if you feel so inclined. If you like what we do here, it really helps. Thank you so much for your patronage and your time. As we've already established, life is a miracle, and time is the currency by which we spend it.
The fact that you would spend even 48 minutes and 56 seconds of this life listening to us is frankly absurd.
It's wonderful, and
So
I
thank
love
you.
it. Thank you. And hey, if you're ever out in the galaxy, I want you to know to be safe, to be lovely,
Your hand is warm.
and we will see you next time.
See you next time, everybody.
Come on down to Existence Town. Existence Town and Death Town is Life Town and Death Town.
We have life.
We have death. We have existence.
You want to say something funny before I end the episode?
Oh God, I really should, shouldn't I?